So the intro here actually is Kenny G, and this is a funny story where I went into Andy's car for the first time and I was looking through all of his CDs in the passenger seat to see what kind of music Andy liked listening to, and I thought he would be someone into crazy like death metal and stuff like that, or that he would have some really weird music taste, because you can't tell from hanging out with him. And he had just all of this sax stuff and all of this jazz stuff, and I was like, this is super weird. I can't believe you drive around listening to smooth jazz as loud as you possibly can. And I said from then on, I just kept saying that Kenny G has to be in my video part, so it ended up being in the video part. And the first sort of trick is where I slam into the grass, because that's the only thing I'm good at. And the first thing I do for real here is this really crappy line on the half pipe. I mean, I was proud of myself. I just learned how to back disaster either that day or the day before, and this pop shove it and the nose slide, it took me so long to get this nose slide because I'm so bad at like just committing on anything. And you'll notice that there's a running theme that I do everything really slowly, and I have to tic-tac 7 or 8 times because I'm really top heavy and I'm really wobbly, and when I land on something I always wobble all over the place. I'm quite proud of this, even though I did like 700 tic-tacs at the end. And I kind of like the splicing of Kenny G in and out the video. I think it's pretty cool. This nollie heel, this line is probably like the best line I've ever done, because I mean, I wish I did a kickflip at the end, but this is when I even less was able to kickflip. So yeah, this line was funny. This 360 shove in wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it was really awkward because it's kind of scary going into a thing, and I'm really proud of that. Big spin, and this board slide on this bench. I mean, I've never really done anything good on anything of like that height since then, and this, I still remember how much these falls hurt and stuff like that. It's just awful when you fall like that and just slide on the concrete. It's horrible. And that Smith, I think it was the first time I learned how to back Smith, and I was really proud of that. And I really like doing these dumb grabs on the coping. I practically lived in this half pipe. And this 3-stair, proud of it because it's uphill, and so every time you land it you just fall forward and die. And this rail is no longer there. Some idiot was goofing around in their car and decided it would be real fun if I just crashed into the rail, and they did, and then they had to take the rail out. So that made me really upset when I went back to visit, and there's another sort of nice nollie heel with my hands doing this whole I need to swim in the air thing. This spot was horrible. Every time we came here I got seriously injured, like not seriously injured, but every time I came here I ripped my hand open within 5 minutes of being there. And we went there like 6 or 7 separate times, and every single time I ripped the same thing open. And that pop shove it that just happened, I'm quite proud of. This little dumb thing as well, I thought it was cool to do. I thought it was quite creepy. The times that I tried it, it was really freaky. And there's one where I like stepped on it and fell backwards, like right onto my crotch, and just like broke my balls open. It was like the worst pain ever. And this, probably my only backside 50-50, and it was only because I was holding a wall. And this was, why is that in the video? That's terrible. This also me standing like this because I can't balance properly. I was quite proud of that because that rail is bigger than it looks on footage. That was probably the last time I ever did a frontside board slide. I was quite proud of this. It took me a while to do that actually. I wish it didn't. And this, not sure why. This isn't a part either. Also, one other thing is that Andy refused to use a camcorder that was in high definition. For some reason he wanted potato quality footage, and I know I'm giving him stick for it, and he's a great dude. I give him stick for it all the time when we were filming. I was like, this is gonna look like crap at the end of it. We could get all this footage and we'll barely be able to see any of it. And yeah, it kind of does look a bit rubbish, but at the same time, he broke the camera one time. Like he crashed his board into it and smashed it, and then he completely smashed it into pieces and just decided, well, I'm gonna get a new camera, and then he replaced it immediately with one that was exactly the same. And to this day it boggles the mind, why didn't he just upgrade while he was on it? And this is probably the first switch laser flip I ever did, and this is probably like the 3rd nollie laser flip I ever did, and that was probably the last time I ever did it as well. I actually caught that one. I'm really proud of that one. And this you can hear me talking to myself. If you watch the actual video, I've taken the audio because of the music. And this frontside shove it, I like this. Ollie off these stairs, I always do this thing where my toes float off and it always makes me fall because I'm an idiot and I like pain, I guess. And this is probably one of the best tricks I've ever done. The big spin disaster is still a trick I really like to try and do, but I just can never get it right. And this blunt rock, this was the day I learned it, surprisingly. I'm wearing this horrible shirt. And you can see that my hair changes length throughout the whole video as well. This switch heel flip is a thing I like doing. This backside lip slide, I was proud of managing to actually slide that. And this, I haven't done this since because I hate this trick. It's just really scary. I was just really into it that day for whatever reason, and I managed to do it. And then I did a front top shove off that. That's surprisingly higher than it looks. And then this really horrible nollie varial heel. Probably my favorite thing in this part. It's just about to finish. I'm just saying some goofy shit or whatever. And then what do I do here? Oh, 360 shove it to rock, and that is the only time I've ever done that. I've never tried it since. And this is the ender where I board slide up the whole rail, and that was the first time I ever did that. And I did it many times more after that, but the first time I ever did it was the cleanest time I ever did it. And then we celebrate for a bit, and then there's this weird zoom in onto my face for whatever reason. I think Andy just thought it looked funny. And that's the end of the video. So if you want to see more of this, because this was a full skate video, unfortunately the whole video got pulled, but everyone's part is on Andy's channel, so if you want to go and watch other people's parts that I used to skate with, just go over to the channel. There's a guy there, Mark Bocock, he's got the longest video, and it's because he is probably, or well, he's definitely the best skater out of them all there, and he is absolutely insane on the board. So if you want to go and watch some stuff, go and watch him skateboard. And if you want to see some more stuff, subscribe to me, and then you could watch me skateboard if that's what you're into. You'd have to be a sadist to like it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.